Hello everyone and welcome again to another tutorial. So in today's video we'll be making a beaded belt. To make this beaded belt, of course we need some beads. I'm using 8mm pearls over here. These are 8mm. Okay, this is how it looks like. So not only you can use 8mm, you can use 6mm as well. Okay, and this is my belt buckle. You need some. I'm going to show you two types. Okay, this is one type and I have this also, and I'm going to teach you along how you can attach the strap to your buckle. And here is my cutter. You can use nail cutter, scissors, or any one at all. And here is my beading line, my monofilament or fishing line. That is what you need. This is not a stretchy cord. Okay, this is a nylon thread. This is a size 8mm. Let's get started. Here is the line that I cut, and I'm going to start with 6 bead. Okay, let's string all these 6 bead on the line. So I cut the line like my wingspan. Okay, that is how long the line is, and I string all these 6 bead on the line. I'm going to hold the last one and cross my right line into it. Okay, crisscross both ends of the line into the last bead, hold the lines and pull like this. So now we have a ring of 6 bead. Now on my left line, this is my left line. Okay, I'm going to add 5 bead on my left line. So I'm adding all these 5 beads on my left line like this. So I add my 5 bead on the line. I'm going to hold the last one, cross my right line into it, hold the ends together and pull. Now my right line into the next bead, pull through next bead. Okay, as you can see my line is in 2 bead. Okay, so now my left line I add 4 bead. Okay, I hold the last bead, cross my right line into it and pull. Again my right line into the next bead, pull through next bead, and on the left line I add 4 bead to the left line, hold the last bead and cross the right line into it and pull down. Now again, this is how the weave is looking like. So now my right line into the next bead again, pull through next bead. Alright, and my left line I add 4 bead to the left line, hold the last bead, cross the right line into it and pull. My right line again into the next bead, this bead over here. Okay, the next bead, pull through next bead, and on my left line I'm adding 4 bead to the left line, hold the last bead and cross the right line into it and pull. So now my right line into the next 2 bead, this 2 bead over here, I'm pulling my right line through the next 2 bead. Alright, and now on my left line I'm adding 3 bead to my left line. I add 3 bead, hold the last bead, cross the right line into it and pull. My right line again into the next bead, pull through next bead. Alright, so now my right line I add 4 bead to my right line. I'm going to cross my left line into it and pull. So now this is my left line. I'm going to pull through the next bead. Alright, we are working backwards this time. Alright, so pull through the next bead, and now on my right line we are going backwards. Alright, so this is my right line. Alright, I add 4 bead to my right line. I'm going to hold the last one, cross the left line into it and pull. And now again I'm going to pull my left line into the next 2 bead, pull through the next 2 bead. Alright, so now again my left line I add 3 bead to the left line, hold the last bead and cross the right line into it and pull. Okay, now let's continue. My right line into the next bead. I'm going to pull my right line through the next bead. Alright, we are going back again. My left line I add 4 bead to the left line, cross the right line and pull. My right into the next bead, this one right here, pull through the next bead, And on the left line, add 4 beads to the left line, cross with the right line, and pull my right into the next 2 beads. Okay, pull through 2 beads. That's why we can have 6 beads in that ring over there. Okay, pull through 2 beads like this. I'm going to weave back again. So my right line, I add 3 beads to my right line. I hold the last bead, cross the left line into it, and pull. Okay, so now let me show you something. If you don't want to weave backwards, okay, if you don't want to weave back like this, you can flip it over. Okay, I'm going to hold it and flip it this way like this, and I'm going to pull my right line into the next bead. Okay, so now my left line, I add 4 beads to the left line, cross the right line into it, and pull my right into the next bead, pull through next bead, and add 4 beads to the left line, hold the last bead and cross the right line into it, and pull. I'm going to pull through 2 beads again. All right, pull through 2 beads, pull through the next 2 beads. Okay, it's the last bead. I'm pulling my line through, and now my right line, I add 3 beads to the right line. Okay, I'm holding the last one, cross my left line, and pull. I'm going to hold it and flip it over again to my side like this. All right, and now I'm going to pull my right line into the next bead, and on my left line, I add 4 beads to the left line, hold the last bead, cross the right line into it, and pull my right into the next bead, pull through next bead. All right, and on the left line, add 4 beads to the left line like this, and now hold the last bead, cross the right line into it, and pull again my right line into the next 2 beads, pull through 2 beads. All right, and on the right line, this one, I'm adding 3 beads to the right line, cross with the left line, and pull down. From here, I can weave it back, but I'm going to flip it over to my side like this. Okay, again my right line into the next bead, pull through the next bead. So now we'll be weaving back and forth until we reach our desired length that we want, and this is what the weave is looking like. This is the belt, and here is the continuation. You continue to make it long, and as you continue to weave, wrap it around your waist to see if that's the length that you want. Now I'm pulling my right line into the next bead. My left line, I add 4 beads to the left line, hold the last bead, cross the right line into it, and pull my right line again into the next bead. I add 4 beads to the left line. Okay, add 4 beads to the left line, hold the last bead, and cross the right line into it, and pull my right line into the next 2 beads. All right, pull through 2 beads like this, and on the right line, I add 3 beads to the right line, cross with the left line, and pull. I'm going to flip it again over to my side. All right, so we are going to continue to weave and make it long, all right, using the same technique. And if you're done, you can wrap it around your waist depending on your waistline to see if that length is enough for you. All right, so here I'm just going to open it up, and I'm going to make a knot over here. I'm going to make a knot. Okay, I open it up, I open this part, I'm just going to tie in between these two. All right, I'm going to tie over here. Let's pretend we are done with the weaving. So now over here, I'm just making a knot in between these 2 beads over here. Okay, in between these 2 beads, and here's how it looks like. I'm going to hold the line and weave around into this ring and come up to the top bead. All right, I'm going to weave the line. I'm going to weave this line in this ring round to the top bead. Okay, cross into the top bead. I hold the second line and crisscross into the top bead, and now I have my line like this. in the top bead. Okay, so this is what I want to show you. Okay, you see this buckle, you see the back pin is not wide enough. If I use 6mm, that will be fine, but this one 8mm bead can fit in. So you see 1, 2, 3, I'm going to pull my pin through the third hole over here, the third ring. I'm wrapping my weave around the back pin like this. Okay, I'm going to flip it over like this. This is how it looks like. You wrap it around the back pin, and we are going to join here. We are going to join on this line. So now I cut a new fresh line. All right, you see this bead, I'm going to pull my line through these two beads. Okay, I'm pulling through the first bead over here. All right, so now I add one bead to my line, and I'm going to pull through the same bead on the opposite side. Okay, like this. I take one bead, crisscross both ends of my line into it, and pull. Now my right line into the next two beads, these two beads over here. Pull the line through the two bead. All right, and I'm going to hold my left side of the line and pull through. Okay, let me hold it this way. These two bead on the belt, these two bead over here. All right, here are the two bead. Okay, here are the two bead. We pull the line through this and this one. All right, I take one pearl, crisscross both ends of my line into it, hold the lines and pull. So now I'm going to pull my right line into the next bead, my right into the next bead, this one bead over here on top, and this line, my left line, into one, the top bead over here. That's why I'm going to pull my line through this one over here. All right, pull through the next bead, hold the left line and pull through the next bead, this one. Okay, pull through it, and this is what it looks like this. Okay, and now I take one pearl, crisscross both ends of my line into it like this and pull. Again, I'm going to pull my right line into the next two bead. Okay, this is my right line into the next two bead, these two bead, and my left into the next two bead. All right, these two bead over here. That's where I'm going to pull my left line, these two bead. So let's pull through the two bead. All right, hold on the other side, pull through two bead. I pull through two bead. Okay, these two and these two right here. Okay, now I take one pearl, crisscross both ends of my line into it and pull like this. All right, so now my line into the next bead, only one bead. All right, pull through one bead, my left into the next bead, pull through next bead like this. Okay, this is what it looks like. I take one pearl, crisscross both ends of the line into it like this and pull. And this is what it looks like without joining the belt. So now again, I'm going to open over here like this and tie. I'm going to tie in between these two beads over here like this. Tie and tie nice and neat. Okay, tie again, and now I'm going to weave the rest of the line back into the bead to secure my line in it before I trim the rest off. Okay, so here I'm just weaving the rest of the line into the pearls. All right, weave the rest of the line into the bead and make sure it's well secured enough before you trim it off. Okay, just weave the rest of the line nicely into the bead. So please, I'll be putting the link in the description box down below for you guys to the shop, those who want to buy square bead or round bead, acrylic bead. Pearls will be coming soon. Okay, so continue to weave the rest of the line back into the bead before you trim it off. Okay, make sure you have 4 on the side and before on the other side. That's what tells you if you join the strap well or not. Okay, so as you weave the rest of the line along, you can even tie in the middle over here. Okay, you can tie in between the pearls in the middle and still weave the rest of the line back into the bead. Make sure it's well secure before you trim it off. All right, and this is what it looks like. Very pretty and beautiful. And this is how you make your beaded belt. All right, so now let's move on to the second part. And now our beaded belt is done. Okay, so because we don't have a wide back to wrap our weave around, we are going to use a different method. Okay, I'm going to use a different method to join this one. All right, on each side of my line, I add 2 beads to each side of my line. Okay, the right and the left line. I take another one, cross both ends of my line into it like this, and pull. Okay, again on each side of my line, I add 2 on each side of my line. I take 1 pearl, crisscross both ends of my line into it, and pull. Okay, this is how it looks like. Let me wrap it to see if this is enough. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, we are going to make only 2. Okay, like this, just make it like this. So now I'm going to take my buckle, I'm going to pull the pin through the second ring, this one. Okay, I'm going to pull my pin, the buckle pin through the second ring, pull it through like this, and wrap the belt around the back pin. Okay, wrap it around the back pin like this, turn it this way. So now we are going to join this little belt we made to the main belt. All right, so now on my right line, I add 1 bead to the line, I pull through this bead. Okay, I'm pulling my right line into this middle bead. Okay, on my left line, I hold my left line again, this is my left line. Okay, I put 1 bead on the left line like this, and I'm going to tie over here. Just hold both lines and tie nice and neat, and weave the rest of the line back into the bead before you trim it off. And this is what it looks like. We are going to weave the rest of the line like how we did for the previous one. Okay, and this is how it looks like. This is beautiful. You can make it yourself. And here is the other one that we made first and the second one. Please don't forget to click on the link in the description box down below to pick up a bead and make your own belt or bag. I thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.